शुभदिनो तृतीयायां शुभदिनो आर्यस्य ममोपात्त समस्त दुर्गच्छेद द्वारा श्री परमेश्वर प्रेतत्वं श्रीमन्नारायण प्रेतत्वं अनुष्ठीयमानस्य अष्टनारीय वार्षिक महोत्सवाक्य सप्ताह कथा महोत्सवाक्य महामंगल आरंभ दिनांक विशेषतः तस्य मूल्यकर्तॄणां भारद्वाज गोत्रोद्वान कृतिका नक्षत्रे ऋषभरासो जातस्याम् बुधेन्द्रा सन्मानं विधेन्द्राः सुनी नक्षत्रे मेघरासो जातस्याम् नामधेयस्य नाम्याः नामधेयस्य विधेन्द्राः नाम्याः गौडं गोत्रोद्वान उत्तराखण्ड नक्षत्रे मकररासो जातस्याम् नामधेयस्य नाम्याः विधेन्द्राः नामधेयस्य विधेन्द्राः नाम्याः विधेन्द्राः रामनाथ नामधेयस्य देवी नाम्यश्री नाम्याः विधेन्द्राः सोमवती नाम्नी वर्षा नाम्नीं गोमती नाम्नीं विधेयताः नाम्याः श्यामा नाम्याः विधेयसोनी नाम्याः स्वाति नाम्याः सरोज नाम्याः राजुप्रकाश नामधेयस्य पार्वती नाम्याः वीरावती नाम्नी विधेयताः नाम सीता नाम्नी विधेयताः देविका नाम्नी राधे नाम्नी नंदकुमार भूमि नामधेयं विधेयताः देवीः नाम्याः विधेयता लीला नाम्नी विधेयता देवीः विष्णुमन्दिर समूहस्थानं सर्वे भक्ति महाजनानां क्षेम आरोग्य भाग्यार्थते अनुष्ठीयमानस्य अस्मिन्नादि वार्षिक महोत्सवाक्ये सप्ताह महोत्सवाक्ये अस्मिन् दिने आरंभ मुहूर्त लग्नापेक्षया अनुष्ठीयमान वेदिका मध्ये महागणपत्यादि सपरिवार आराधने एदानि संधान गोपाल कृष्ण महाभिषेक आराधने एदानि ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय इति विख्याते महागमने आरंभ महाविशेष मुहूर्ताक्ये महामंगल विशेष महावेदिका यात्रे महाकथा महोत्सवाक्ये विशेष संगीत पारायण बृहत् भोजन दानिने महामंगल अद्य करिष्यामः ओम संकल्प्य नमः ओम ओम ज्ञानानुत्वा गणपतिं नमामहे गणपतिनामप्रमथवत्तमं ईश्वराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्वधानन्दनमोदविश्वेदुदानम् ओम श्री महागणपतये अधिष्ठा महागणपति महाभागजामि आसनादिकं समर्पयामि नमः ओम महादेव आद्यं समर्पयामि नमः
पंचामृतस्नानं समर्पयामि नमः
गणपतये नमः महात्मानं समर्पयामि नमः ओम गणपतये नमः समर्पयामि नमः ओम गणपतये नमः विद्योगबीजं समर्पयामि नमः ओम गणपतये नमः विघ्नान्तारयामि नमः कुमं समर्पयामि नमः अक्षतानि समर्पयामि नमः पूर्वापुष्पेण पूजयामि नमः ओम गणनादाय नमः ओम एकदन्ताय नमः ओम हिरम्बाय नमः ओम लंबोदराय नमः ओम नारिकेलप्रियाय नमः ओम मोदकवक्षराय नमः ओम अभीष्टप्रदायकाय नमः ओम सिद्धिविनायक स्वामिने नमो नमः अनादिकपरिमलपुष्पार्चनं समर्पयामि नमः ओम महाभिषेकं अमृतोपद्गवे प्रसादं प्रसादं दैव प्रसादं प्रसादं जगत् प्रसादं च इति प्रोक्तं राधाजिरिवेङ्गों ओम प्राणाय स्वाहा ओम बाणाय स्वाहा ओम जनाय स्वाहा ओम गानाय स्वाहा ओम समानाय स्वाहा ओम ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा कदलीफल महाभोग महाभिषेकं वेदस्वरूपादिकञ्चनैवेद्यं नैवेदयामि नमः। ॐ गणपतये नमः। उपवासं समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ गणपतये नमः। मंगलपूर्वक स्वस्ति दक्षिणाभिषेकं समर्पयामि नमः।
दक्षिणा
समर्पयामि नमः। हीराञ्जनं ॐ गङ्गणेशाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि
समर्पयामि
ॐ भद्रं कर्णे विष्णुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्गताः त्रिरङ्गे दृष्ट्वागं दक्षिणोभिः विषेमदेवहितं जदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति न प्राञ्जोपरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ शं नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं सत्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हस्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धत्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं कल्पितं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं स्थिरं भस्मि सत्यं भस्मि अवत्वं माम् अवभक्तारम् अवशोदारम् अवधादारम् अवधादारम् अवानूजानामवधित्रम् अवभक्तादि अवदृष्टिनाथादि अवभक्तादि अवधोत्तराचादि अवधोत्तराचादि मादराचादि सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्दादि ब्रह्मामयस्तं चिन्मयः ब्रह्मानन्दमयस्तं ब्रह्ममयः ॐ सच्चिदानन्दादिदेवते ॐ प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मादि ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयो रे सर्वं जगदिदं तत्त्वो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं तत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयिलयमयिष्यते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारिवाक्परिमितावधानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारे स्थिरोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मा त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वं इन्द्रस्त्वं अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्म भूर्भुवस्वरामहं विनादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वन्दादिं जगनन्दरम् अनुस्वारपरधरः अर्धेन्दुरसितं ददा कालेन दृष्टम् एतत्सौवनस्वरूपम् विकारपूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारस्यान्त्यरूपम् बिन्दुरुत्तररूपम् नारस्सन्धानम् संहितात्सन्धिः सैषागिनेश विद्या गणगतिः निर्गगायत्री छन्दः श्रीमहागणपतिर्देवता ॐ एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्भक्तं बालमम्बुजदायिनं अभयं वरदं हस्तं बिभ्राणं मोदगद्गजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं दोर्भगन्धकं दत्तवासदं दत्तगन्धानुयुक्ताङ्गं दत्तपुष्पेन्दुभोजिनं भक्ताङ्गं विनं देवं जगत्कारणमज्जलम् आविर्भूतं जगत्यादो भगते गुरुरात्मनं एवं ध्यायति नित्यं देवोगी योगिनां वरः ॐ नमो व्राजपतये ॐ नमो गणपतये ॐ नमः प्रमदपतये ॐ नमस्ते अस्तुलम्बोदराय ॐ एकदन्ताय ॐ विघ्नविनाशिने ॐ शिवसुराय ॐ श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः। प्रार्थनाञ्जलि समर्पयामि नमः। ॐ एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात् महागणपतिरास्तान् प्रतिष्ठा भजामि नमः। ॐ शुभनाथे क्षेमाय पुनरागमनाय विद्महे सर्वसिद्धे धीमहि तन्नो धरा प्रचोदयात् हिरण्यमात्रमदोद्घोषणं ददाति सुभ्यो दानीति एकदा ब्रह्मणोपकरति एकदै यजमानादिस्तेजो ददाति ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात् नारिकेलसमद्भुतत्रये कारणं वद विराजं हन्ति पापं दीनाञ्जलतरे ओम स्वाक्षरपूर्वके ओम नमो मकरवाकाय पादकर्ताय नमः नमस्ते सेतुभ्यं वरुणाय नमो नमः इमं मे वर्णसुदेवम् अध्यात्मविरजा ओम वसुराजके तत्त्वाजामि ब्रह्मणावन्दमान ददाता तेरमानो अभिद्भिः अजेनमानो वर्णेह बोधसगं दमान आज प्रमोदेः अवायुधम् अस्मिन् जलसे यागरक्षक बम्बरुणस्तादास लिङ्गाय नमो नमः अवाविजामि नमः असुराज्ञं समर्पयामि नमः स्वास्तिं समर्पयामि पंचामृतमहात्मानं समर्पयामि नमः मंगल 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 पूर्णजेदानि महाशोधकं समर्पयामि मंगलपूर्वक महावस्त्रविशेषं समर्पयामि नमः वस्त्रं समर्पयामि वीरं समर्पयामि नमः यज्ञोपवीतं परमं पवित्रं प्रजापतेः पुरस्काराधिष्ठं समर्पयामि नमः ते संपूजयामि नमः ओम मंगलाय नमः ओम प्रदेशे नमः ओम दुर्मिने नमः ओम मंगलदे नमः ओम मकरवाकाय नमः ओम तीर्थराजाय नमः ओम पश्चिमादिवदने नमः ओम गंभरुणाय नमः नानाविध परिमलपत्वात् अमृतवर्षिणि अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा प्रारंभा नमो नमः ओम प्राणाय स्वाहा ओम अपानाय स्वाहा ओम ज्ञानाय स्वाहा ओम दानाय स्वाहा ओम समानाय स्वाहा ओम ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा एतानि कदलीफलरक्षमहाविशेषं नैवेद्यजामि नमः एतानि भगवद्महाविशेषं समर्पयामि नमः मंगलपूर्वक एतानि नीराञ्जनं गच्छामि ओम जम्भकाय विद्महे वासवदत्ताय धीमहि तन्नो वरुणः प्रचोदयात् महास्वामिने नमः मंगल नीराञ्जनं दर्शयामि सर्वत्राञ्चारयामि क्षत्रविद्यौतीं दुर्गमोजसूरं क्रमीरम् इन्द्रस्तोमेन वन्द्यतेन पत्नीमिकं वासेन सकलेन रक्षान्धारयामि नमः सप्ताहमहोत्सव महारक्षाबन्धनशुभमुहूर्ते स्थितिबोधः महान्तः अनुगृह्णन्तु नमः ॐ शुभमुहूर्तोऽस्तु नमः ॐ सुप्रतिष्ठितमस्तु नमः ॐ अस्मिन् कलशुद्ध्यते सर्वोपकरणशुद्ध्यते पवमानसूक्तजपकर्मणि भ्यो नमः ॐ पवमानस्सुभक्त्यः पवित्रेण विजर्जनेः यज्ञोदातपुनादमान् पुनञ्च मादेव जनाः पुनञ्च मनवोधिजा पुनञ्च विश्वआदिवः जातवेद पवित्रपदे पवित्रेण पुनादिमां शुक्रेण देवदीक्षते अग्ने कृत्वा सुधोमुन्द्रणो चित्ते पवित्रपश्यति अग्ने विदुधमञ्जरा ब्रह्मदेव पुनीमहे स्वाभ्यां देवदमिदः पवित्रेण कवेन जा इदं ब्रह्म पुनीमहे वैश्वदेवी पुनदी देव्यागाहाते विश्वे रक्षणे सर्वो वीरभृष्टाः प्रजापदन्तस्य समाध्येषु वयकृष्यामवदजोरजीनां वैश्वानरस्तु ब्रह्मावणादि प्राणीः शिरोमयोगोः पादादेवलवद्वेः ॐ कृतस्तुतः पवमानस्तुतः ऋविसंवृतवरदः ब्राह्मणे समृद्धितं तेन देवा पवित्रेण आत्मानं पुनरेतदाः तेन सहस्रधारेण पवमान्य पुनन्दमां प्राजावत्यं पवित्रं तवोऽभ्यागं विरन्मयं तेन ब्रह्मविदोभयं पूरं ब्रह्म प्रीमहि इन्द्रस्नेति जगमापुनाद् सोमस्वस्यावरुणस्वमीत्याः नमो राजाः प्रमुदाभिपुनादिमां चारवेदा मूर्त्यन्त्यापुनाद् मुहूर्तवस्वः तच्छंयोराप्रणीमहे गादिं यज्ञाय गादिं यज्ञपदये देवे स्वस्तिरस्तुनः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगादवेदनं सन्नासुद्धिपदे सञ्जतुष्पदे ॐ शान्ति 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 हरिया पूजिया वर्णस्य देवता प्रियदां नमः ॐ तदनन्दर षोडशमातृका पूजां आरभेत् ॐ जनाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय जनाम्बिकायै विद्महे मामुरा मंगल प्रार्थनानि समर्पयामि नमः। ओम मंगल पूर्वक महाशिव पूजा। ओम मंगल पूर्वक
केसर Jayakara. You take a chair and sit this side. You want to sit there? Kush.
I can sit here.
I could give him. Here. Okay.
You're going to give me the cup.
Here. Yeah. No, here.
बोलिए जय माता दी।
Jayakara.
बोलिए जयकारा शेरावाली दा।
बोल साचे दरबार की जय।
तेरा दर्शन करके जावा लोग कहें जय माता दी।
तेरा दर्शन करके जावा लोग कहे जय माता दी।
तेरा दर्शन करके आवा लोग कहें जय माता दी।
तेरा दर्शन करके जावा लोग कहे जय माता दी।
लोग कहें जय माता दी। लोग कहें जय माता दी। होय तेरा
दर्शन करके जावा लोग कहे जय माता दी।
तेरा दर्शन करके जावा
लोग कहे
जय माता दी। ऊंची लंबी तेरी चढ़ाई पहले बहुत डराती है। पहले बहुत डराती है। सबको देने वाली सहारा बाह पकड़ ले जाती है। बाह पकड़ ले जाती है। जब भी कदम मैं आगे बढ़ावा लोग कहें जय माता दी। जब भी कदम मैं आगे बढ़ावा लोग कहें जय माता दी। लोग कहें जय माता दी। लोग कहें जय माता दी। होय तेरा दर्शन करके जावा लोग कहें जय माता दी। तेरा दर्शन करके आवा लोग कहें जय माता दी। कर्मों वाली ही जाती पौड़ी तेरी चढ़ पाते हैं। पौड़ी तेरी चढ़ पाते हैं। स्वर्ग से लगती है ये सीढ़ी देवता आते जाते हैं। देवता आते जाते हैं। आता जाता शीश झुकावा लोग कहें जय माता दी। आता जाता शीश झुकावा लोग कहें जय माता दी। लोग कहें जय माता दी। लोग कहें जय माता दी। होय तेरा दर्शन करके जावा लोग कहें जय माता दी। तेरा दर्शन करके आवा लोग कहें जय माता दी। माँ के एक जयकारे में ही सब वेदों का सार है। सब वेदों का सार है। शक्ति के जयकारे में ही शक्ति माँ की अपार है। शक्ति माँ की अपार है। जब तेरा जयकारा बुलावा लोग कहें जय
लोग कहे जय माता दी।
लोग कहें जय माता दी।
लोग कहे जय माता दी।
तेरा दर्शन करके जावा
लोग कहे जय माता दी। तेरा दर्शन करके जाओ लोग कहे जय माता दी।
जो भी माँ का ध्यान लगाए माँ के ध्यान में आता है। माँ के ध्यान में आता है। जो गुण भोली माँ के गाए वो गुणवान हो जाता है। वो गुणवान हो जाता है। जब जब तेरी भेंटे गावा लोग कहें जय माता दी। जब जब तेरी भेंटे गावा लोग कहें जय माता दी। लोग कहें जय माता दी। लोग कहें जय माता दी। तेरा दर्शन करके जावा लोग कहें जय माता। तेरा दर्शन करके जावा लोग कहें जय माता दी।
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते
Bolo Kandhaya Lal Ki Jai. The next step for this evening will be the Pothi Yatra. It will be done a different this time. You'll all line up and the Pothi will be here. Everyone will have a one to another. You put it on your head. So please join the line, make a line so that we can have this done.
So, yeah, we make the line from inside the tent, go outside. Anything, Ragupati Rago,
Jai Krishna.
Bhajan, Vaishnava Janito.
Those who fetched the book already, please allow others to do it. विशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णं प्रज्वालितो ज्ञाया प्रदीपं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधे वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने सदेकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे प्रभजिष्णवे ॐ नमो नारायणाय ॐ गन्धद्वारान्धरादर्शां त्यपुष्टां करिष्यमीं ईश्वरीं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपक्वये अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ध्यानमूलं गुरुरमूर्ति पूजामूलं गुरुपद मंत्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यं मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा परमानंद परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं नन्दातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरु त्वं नमामि एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदा साक्षिभूतं अवातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरु त्वं नमामि। प्रेम से बोलो श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की व्यास महाराज की सद्गुरुदेव की जय। Please take your seat while Vyas Puja is going on. We'll have a bhajan or kirtan and then we'll continue with this evening's program. Thank you.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Hare Ram. Govind Gopal Radha Krishna, Govind Gopal Radha Krishna,
Ki Jai.
Reverend Guruji Vyasji Maharaj, this evening we mark the 29th Katha that was done on this very spot since 1994. This is the 29th Katha. And as Baba beautifully said this morning, that back home we call it a panchayati jug, the punch. Everyone is involved in it. And he said whether it's a post, you bring a plantain, whatever, your contribution, no one is insignificant. Remember the Vedant story about the sitting sadhu, the sitting Swami. He was sitting all the time, and he was told that unless you do something, then you will not be given food. So he asked them, he said, can you come and do what I'm doing? They realized it's not an easy job. So every person, even Mashrota here, is a very important. Push. Am I on here? Yeah.
I can't hear.
No. Yeah. So
Yeah, that's better.
it is a wonderful opportunity for all of us. I know lots of people work hard here to put this beautiful temple on the grounds of our mandir. And when we have two new editions, in fact we have one. We had the Vrindavan Dham last year, and it's beautifully decorated again. And we have the Radhika's garden, beautiful garden that was. So I don't want to take much of a time. Today we had to do our puja. So I'll call on our President, Sri Krishna Mizirji, to address you, which will be followed by the Executive Vice President of our temple, Janki Rajkumar.
Vyasji Maharaj, Pandit Bhoj, learned Pandits and fellow devotees of Lord Sri Krishna. We'd like to take the opportunity of welcoming you here today and online in the comfort of your homes as we start this pilgrimage again for the 29th time. How time flies. I mean, just the other day it was happening, and we were not sure even that we would have been out here today because of the issues we were having with the lease, etc. But by God's grace and Dr. Dubey's persistence, here we are to enjoy the beautiful Katha outside and to sit in comfort and enjoy for the next 8 days this lesson, the lesson that we taught us how to die. As we come every year, we learn from the Katha how we should prepare to go, and yet we're not yet all ready. So welcome, and Dr. Dubey and Pandit Bhoj, thank you very much for giving us this great opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Krishnaji. Thank you, Krishnaji, for your kind words. I'll hand you over to Jantiji, the Executive Vice President of our temple and the head of the Lakshmi Sabha.
Thank you very much, Pandit Bhoj. Namaste and Sitaram to everyone. Welcome, a warm welcome to our 29th annual Bhagavad Katha. This Katha is synonymous with summer, and we look forward to this every year. It's become a retreat for many people. And to reiterate the point that Pandit Bhoj made and Krishna, this was a collective effort of many people, and including the youths at Vishnu Mandir. For the last week, this has brought people together to work and prepare, and it was like a labor of love. So our minds are also prepared, so as we sit back and listen to the Katha, we are prepared for that, and to the beautiful kirtan. So I will now call on the youth group, Ariana and Sneha, to say their kind words as well. Jai Sri Krishna.
Namaste everyone. Welcome to the 29th annual outdoor Katha. My name is Sneha, and I'm a member of the Vishnu Mandir youth group. The Vishnu Mandir youth group aims to create change within our communities as well as on a global level. Through participating in Mandir activities and group projects, we strive to shape the leaders of tomorrow.
Namaste everyone, my name is Ariana and I'm also a Vishnu Mandir youth group member. I would also like to welcome you to the annual outdoor Katha, as well as those joining us virtually from home. As a youth group member, I have been involved in several youth group activities, fundraisers, and projects. As of right now, we are planning to launch a project that reaches out to vulnerable seniors within our community. If you are interested in joining the youth group, please feel free to speak to us at the front. If you require any assistance during the Katha, we are always around to help. A friendly reminder that masks are always encouraged to wear. Thank you.
Thank you very much to Jantiji and the two youths of our temple. As this is an opportunity, we are indoors for a long time, and now we have an opportunity to mix and meddle. One good thing is that the COVID did not stop this major event in our calendar. We may have had it at a smaller level, smaller tent, the decoration was the same, the preparation was the same, but by God's grace, COVID did not stop our Bhagavad Katha. This year we are a little bit more free in the sense, although things are not fully under control, but it gives us to mix and meddle and to meet with each other, meet and greet with each other during this time. The person who is responsible for this is our Babaji. For 29 years, he has been giving us the messages of Bhagavad Puran. Bhagavad Puran was never done outdoor in Canada, as far as I understand. And I can remember, I know when Ramesh Bhai comes and Bapu, they're big, it's held in a hall. But I can safely say that we were the first to start this practice of having outdoor Bhagavad Katha. Now there are other temples, Pandit Hardat is doing it, and probably others, but we are the one who started this. Vishnu Mandir is always the leader, and we will continue to lead with our leadership. So once again, we ask God to give him the strength to continue to do the work that he has done in the past. And he has a few projects which all of us should support so that his dreams will come true and we can benefit from it. Without further ado, I hand you over to Babaji now, Vyasji Maharaj, for this evening Katha. Prem Savalo Krishna Bhagavan Ki Jai. I hope you have a book. If you don't have one, raise your hand, we'll give you one.
I will ask Tej to say a few words because she was the one who shouldered the responsibility of getting all of us together so we can sit in this beautiful Yagya Mandap. And I would like her to say a few words. Go ahead, Tej. You can take off your mask. You don't have to. You can come here. Very good.
Thanks, Baba. I normally sing, but however, you're my guru and you asked me to do it. I can't say no. But being involved in this Katha, in this Bhagavad setup, it brings every one of us with love and happiness, and we all join to make it better. And I hope next year we can have more people, more hands into it, more ideas, and let's make it bigger. Thank you.
There's a gentleman sitting outside, Chaitram. Is that Chaitram there? Is that Chaitram, Tej?
Yeah.
No? Oh. Is Chaitram here? No, he's not here. He worked extremely hard. And as I sit in front of me, I see a beautiful garden. And that garden was done by Radhika. Radhika, are you here?
She's there.
Yeah, there she is. So we are going to name the temple Radhika's Garden. We had the sign already. I know Indu worked extremely hard with her, Sita, and a few other people. She had some gentlemen working with her also. And she did a wonderful job to cut all that bush down and to plant beautiful flowers. And if we finish by nightfall, we will see the lights of the place. And we can't forget Mandela, who worked extremely hard in the temple, in here to put a stage and Boj, careful with that thing. You fall away. So Mandela is Mandela here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's you standing over there. Oh, there you are. Mandela is from New Amsterdam, just outside of New Amsterdam. And those who know New Amsterdam, Purpose, he was there. I would like to recognize Karamjit is here or he's gone? Karamjit. Karamjit, if you look at the Bhagavad booklet that you got, at the back of the booklet, you will see Karamjit's father, mother, also there are large Prasher's father and mother, and of course himself and his grandson. So I told him next year, if he's going to do this again, he should have his dada and his pardada, so she should show the generations and the gotra, the lineage that they have come from. His brother Laj is a big supporter of our temple, and hopefully next year when we do the Katha, we'll have Radha and Krishna at 25 feet will be installed because of large pressure and his work that he's doing. Now we are going to start the Katha, and we hope, if I forgot anyone's name, please forgive me. And all of you all have worked extremely hard. The ladies worked so hard here. I was amazed by the amount of effort that they put to it. So let us all pray and hope that Bhagwan will bless us. And let us all enjoy this journey. It's usually a beautiful journey. And if I would say, let us not bother with anyone coming to you with complaints and say the food had too much salt, or you didn't have enough pepper, or this person look at me with a different look. Please don't bother with those things. For these 7 days, just do a tapasya. Vak tapasya is one. Secondly, with Vak tapasya, let us try not to hurt anyone with our words. And just now, Indu was telling me, why don't I have a fan so I could get cool air? So I told Indu, everyone is doing tapasya, I should also do tapasya. And my tapasya is to bear the heat and speak. Whatever little I do. So I ask all of you to. Prem sa Guru Krishna Kadaya. Om Natasya Pratibha Aste Yasye Namam Mahadyasham Hiranya Garbha Itesha Mama Hinsiditesh Yasman Jata Itesha. सब कोई ओम Devo Satya Dharma Vyanat Yaschapis Chandro Pratamo Jajan Kasvai Devaye Havisha Vidhe Om Bhuvasva Asman Jata Paro Adyo Aste Yavivesh Bhuvanani Vishwa Prajapatim Prajaya Sagvam Ratrim Jyotim Sachate Sashodashe Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Esho Hadeva Parishuru Sarvam Purvo Jata Saho Garbhe Anta Saeva Jat Sajanishchay Manav Pratyam Janashtishtato Sarvatomukha Om
Swaha Swaha
Hiranyagarbha Samavartatagrim Bhutasya Jatam Yayase Sadadhar Prithavim Yamute Mam Kashvai Devaye Havishavidhe Om Bhuva Swaha Swaha Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Before I go further, I would like to explain this little aphorism. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. What does it mean? We say it all the time. This is a Maha Mantra. It's a Dwadash Akshar Mantra. Dwadash means 12. 12 Akshar means syllable. 12 syllable mantra. Om, we all know, is the supreme cosmic sound. Namo, I do by namaskar. Bhagavate, to that Lord, that divine being. Vasudevaya, the son of Vasudev. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudev is the son of Bhagavan is the son of Vasudev, and Devaya means light. Light my path. It means remove the darkness from me and let me not feel that this body that I have, this physical body I have is me. Let me understand, O Vasudev, give me that light. That light of understanding. This is what Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya means. So when you chant it, when you chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, you're doing namaskar to that Lord, the Lord of the universe, to what? And brighten my path. Let my path be filled with light. So when negative thoughts come to me, let the light of your being remove them. Unfortunately, when we go towards Bhagwan and we have that bhavana, it is removed, that bhavana is taken away from us because of our vasanas. When we react with the world, we get involved with more and more vasanas. You know what vasana is, eh? Vasana is a tendency that you are born with. Tendency to smoke, tendency to drink, tendency to lie, tendency to do good things also, the both sides. And so when your mind is towards the world, you develop vasanas. When your mind is towards Bhagwan, you develop bhavana. If you can remember these two things tonight, vasana and bhavana. And that you get by chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya, 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 Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya, Vasudevaya, Vasudevaya.
let's chant this for a few minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and let us see whether we can go in our inside, and inside, and see whether we can develop that bhavana, that divine bhavana. Bhavana means emotion, that tendency to be with God, to be with spirituality. Which God? We'll talk about that later. But for the time being, let us see whether we can detoxify. People go on fast. People don't eat. What do you say? Oh, I want to detox. You want to detox your body. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya is one of those mantras which can detoxify your mind. It's so important to us. It is so. And I'm sure you probably know the meaning before I tell. Laji, you had known that meaning before? Om Namo Laji, आप ध्यान में है. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That Lord, light my path. When you are in a dark place, you can't see, dark. But what? You know it's dark. Is that true? You know it's dark. What makes you know it is dark? That light within you. And you want to put more oil, more ghee into that light, so that light lights forever. About the Chopai says that let Parama Prakasha Rupa Dinarati Nahi Kachu Chahiye Diya Dhitabate Parama Prakasha Rupa Dinarati Let's get that Param of Prakash. Param, supreme. Prakash, light in our hearts with 2 minutes of chanting before I go into the Katha. So, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya, 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 Vasudevaya. Balchi Vibhushita Karan. It's in your book. Look in your book. I don't know what page it is. It's right at the beginning, I would imagine. Balchi Vibhushita Karan Navani Radabhat Pita Barad Arunabim Bapaladarushtat Pune Nusundara Mukhan Aravinda Netrat Krishtat Parao Kimapi Tattvamaham na jane. This is describing Bhagwan Krishna. I don't know if the translation is there for you, but the translation is there. Is the translation there? You look at the translation. Om Krishna Tvariya Padapankaja Panjarante Advaiva me Vishatuma Dasara Jaghansa Prana Prayana Samaye Kafavata Pitto Kantavano Dhanavidho Smarana Kutaste. This last prayer is done by Rukmini. Rukmini is telling the Lord of the universe, Kanthavaro Dhanavidho Smarana Kutaste. Smarana means remember, Kantha means when my life is about to go, Prabhu, let me be conscious. This is a yogi. A yogi is one when his life is departing from his body, he's conscious of the process. And in that consciousness, he what? Kantha viro dhanavidho smarana kutaste. He remembers the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, I want to give you so much information that I stopped halfway because I don't want this katha to be like old-time talk stories of Prahlad and Dhruva, which you have heard. I want to give a different angle this time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Anybody know where that Mahamantra came from? Can anyone tell me what's the origin, what book it came from? प्राशा जी, आप हमारा लाइन में है ना, इसीलिए आपका लाल का कुर्ता पहनते हैं ना. Which book has it come from? Anybody knows? Robin ji? Robin got home? Has Robin got home? Ji? Huh? Chaitanya got it from somewhere else. That was not Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's original Rupa. I thought I saw Dwarka here. Not my brother, the other Dwarka.
Yeah, he's there.
Huh?
Yeah, he's there.
Where is he? Oh, Dwarka? You're a Hare Krishna man? And you sing Hare Krishna all the time. Where does mantra came from? Huh? Garg Samhita? At least you know what to word, but it's not from there. It has come from the Upanishad. So when people tell you, they say Upanishad, and you think it's a big thing, it's not a big thing at all. All these things are in the Upanishad. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare is from the Upanishad. So when someone said, do you know any Upanishadic mantra? Yes, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It is important that you know this. This was not done by but originate from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He made it popular. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made it popular, and when he made it popular, then the Hare Krishna movement, of course, came down. But this is a mantra from the Upanishad. And it is important that we know this, so that when we sing it, we must know we're not singing something that was man-made. And the Upanishad is what? The Upanishad is called what? It's called? Huh? What? It's called Vedanta, the end of the Vedas. End of the Vedas, Vedanta. Vedanta Sutra. Just like how we discussed one of these or two things before. We pray to Lord Ganesha, and then Vakratulda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabham Nirvigram Kurave Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. So when we pray to Lord Ganesha, people say that we pray to that elephant-headed God. We don't pray to the elephant-headed God as such. We pray to Brahman. I spoke about that this morning. We pray to Brahman, and because we can't appreciate Brahman, he gave us that compartment called Ganapati, where we can see that Ganesha in our heart and our minds, concentrate upon him, and we ask that Lord of all lords, remove all obstacles from me. When Parvati was getting married to Lord Shiva, I've told you this before, Ganesh Puja was done. I told you this before, and I know you have forgotten. Did you know that, Prakash? I thought I saw Prakash here. Prakash, you here? What you said? Oh, you forgot. Ganesh Puja was done. And it was for Parvati and Shiva. Ganesha came. Is that true? So how come, Lord Sam, how come they were doing Ganesh Puja before Ganesh was born? Because they were doing Ganapati Puja to that Ganapati, the Adi Ganapati, the Ganapati who has no form whatsoever. And the authors gave a form to him so that we can go to him and sing Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha Deva, Mata Jagte Parvati Pita Bhavadeva. And one part of it says, Andhan ko aakhadet, or Korean. So Andhan ko aakhadet, you say in my mind, oh goodness, What kind of people are these? If you say Ganesh Bhagwan, he makes the blind see. Indeed, he makes the blind see. But he makes the blind see who has two good eyes. No? You got me? Prabhat? Samajh gaya? He makes the blind man who has two good eyes see because he awakens that Brahman within him. And how you wake up that Brahman? You know, there's a text called Brahma Sutra. And in Brahma Sutra, we feel that, you know, this is such a difficult text. You hear the word and you start to tremble right away because, oh my God, I can't. What Brahma Sutra is, they are short aphorisms, short little sentences, very short. And the first, Atato, anybody knows? Atato Brahma Jigyasa. It means, let me discover Brahman. That's the first sutra of the Brahma Sutra. So when you say Andhan ko Akhadet or Korean ko Kaya, you are saying, oh Ganapati, awaken that light in me. Give me the light in my heart. So what I can see, I can understand Satyam Param Dhimahi, which is the first shloka of Srimad Bhagavad Puran. We haven't reached there yet, but hopefully we'll reach there. The first shloka of Srimad Bhagavad Puran is in your book. Let's all read. Satchidananda Rupaya Vishwotpatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. Govinda bolo bolo Gopala bolo bolo. Govinda bolo bolo Gopala 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 bolo. Brahma Jigyasa. See, these are very difficult things I'm saying. So I'm mixing it up with a little bhajan to slack you up a little bit. So I don't pour it into you one dose. because too much of medicine can kill you. So little bit of medicine, give a little dose, give a little respite, then a little more medicine again. Right, Prakash? So give it medicine, little bit. Atato Brahma Jigyasa. That's the first aphorism or short text from the Brahma Sutra. That's all. Atato Brahma Jigyasa. You must try to know Brahman. This morning I talked to the 4 Mahavakyas. Out of the 4 Mahavakyas this morning, the first Mahavakya is from Rig Veda. I just want to give a quick summary of it for those who heard it. It will their memory can be jogged a little bit. First stotra, the first Mahavakya is from Rig Veda. Another is what it is? I forgot what it is.
Pragyan Brahman.
Pragyanam Brahma. Pragyanam Brahman. Consciousness is Brahman. This is who the Hindus say you are. You are nothing but consciousness. Consciousness is in human. Consciousness is in every living entity. Consciousness is in plant. As you know, plant reacts to water, plant reacts to sunlight, etc. Even the rocks, have a certain small percentage consciousness. So this consciousness is who we are. And if you can understand this, then all the judgment of what your brother did to you, what your sister did to you, what your children did to you, it should mean nothing. Because you are not this bone and flesh and the other things which is unmentionable, which is contained within your body. You are not those. You are pure consciousness. Pragyanam Brahma. And which Veda it came from? It came from Rig Veda. And the Upanishad for that is Atriya Upanishad. And the next one I told you about this morning was Tat Tvamasi. That thou art. What are thou? Thou art consciousness. That thou art consciousness. And that is from which Veda? Sam Veda. Which Upanishad? Chandogya. Oh, see this? They can take over for me. I don't have to come back here. They can Pandiboj? They can take over. Eh? And then there are 2 more Mahavakyas which we will talk about. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi is what? I am Brahman. This morning I told you all about Max Miller, how he messed up Hinduism in the West. Complete mess. Complete mess of Hinduism. And that's the Hinduism is being taught in Europe and is being taught in the Americas. Unfortunately, it's gone down to Trinidad and to Guyana and to all these places that we have many gods, because the people who know about Hinduism, they have not been asked to deal with the curriculum, and this is why this is happening. And this is all because we don't have a strong Hindu body. If we have a strong Hindu body, we can make representation and change all these things and let people know what a beautiful, look who has embraced this religion. What is that film star again who love, eat and pray? Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts, she says, I am a Hindu. And you ask a Hindu fellow who did a little bit of physics and a little bit of calculus, are you a Hindu? He said, oh, you know, my parents are Hindu, but I don't believe in all these things. Oh, kya jate. Poor fellow. Doesn't know. He does not know what the diamond that I talked about this morning. He does not even know the diamond that I spoke about this morning. So these are the aphorisms that Thomas say. What that was talking about now? Or Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. I will tell you which Veda is from, and also the Upanishad. But let us leave that because I have to read more to Shloka. What's the time of Padiboj? Oh my God. Oh, Yakuna in the prayer to Mother Saraswati. that she may bless each and every one of us with knowledge, to understand that we are consciousness, to understand we are not this body, we are not this flesh. And instead of going into the world and develop more vasanas, let's go to Prabhu and develop what? What we develop? We go to the bhavana. Instead of developing vasanas, let's develop bhavana. And we can only develop bhavana by going inward and understanding. Do you know how many people, great scholars, have left their position and are in Vrindavan, living with a langot and a begging bowl, are just chanting Radhe Radhe. Do you know that? Chief justices, surgeons, professors, when they realize the power and the name in Radhe Radhe, they go to the banks of the Yamuna and they do that until they, what? Their life leave their body. And when their life is leaving their body, they tell Krishna that if I can't come back as a human being, let me come back as a tree. Let me come back as a tree and live in Vrindavan, because I don't want to go away from the land of Krishna. This is the love we must develop before the end of the week. Oh, Yakul the Il, the Tushara Hara Davala, Yashobra Basta Brita, Yavina Varadanda Maldita Kara,
Yashita Paramasana,
Ya Brahm Achayuta Shankara Prabhrite Bhira Devai Sada Baldita Samang Patu Saraswati Bhagavati Nishesha Chadyapaya Mere Mana Bhajole Charana Murari Like a boat, a ship to take us across this Maya, this moha, this attachment that, oh, this is my son and without him I can't. No. You come alone? And Chuck, how are you going? Alone. That much you can answer. You come alone and you going alone, bhai. Prabhu ko naam jahaj jagat mein Tesla because I don't have to go to the gas station anymore. All this hot. You must be like who? You must be like the Prabhat. Kaupina Panchakam is in the book. Is Kaupina Panchakam in the book? Oh, separately. You must be like Kaupina Panchakam. I thought it was in. Mero mana bhajole re charan There's so many beautiful texts, you know, which we are usually not exposed to. And if we could read some, you can't read it and get it, okay? You have to be taught by a master, by someone who understands these texts. And these texts are written by who? Mostly by Shankara. One is called Kaupina Panchakam. Kaupin means, Chuck, I can't remember what Kaupin means. Chuck? Kaupin means langot. Do you all know what langot is? Dwarka, you know what langot is? Dwarka? You shake your head like you don't want to answer. Langot means a loin cloth. In the Christian scriptures, who wore a loincloth? Huh? Anybody remember? Anybody has studied the Christian religion? Bruce, you're a white guy. Who wore a loincloth in the Christian religion? Gandhi. Gandhi looked like a Christian to you? John the Baptist. John the Baptist wore a loincloth and he was in the river Jordan baptizing people. You all don't know that? And your Kaupina Panchakam. Kaupin means loincloth. Panchakam means 5 verses. And the first verse go like this. I said it in the temple many times. I want to say it like this because this is what it means. Kyau maya me pirata purane dhamma. First verse is Vedanta Vakeshu Sadadamalto Viksha Namate Tatashanamatma Vishakamantam Karane Charanta Kaupinavanta Kalubhagyavanta Vedanta Vakeshu Sadaramanta. The one who roams with the what? He roams in the thoughts of the Vedantic knowledge. He roams like that, and all he does, he begs for a portion of meal. And if he gets it, he gets it. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. But what? He is the man who is walking without a trace of sorrow. Because he's not involved with the Maya, he walks without a trace of sorrow. The man with just the loincloth is indeed the lucky one. Now, I'm not telling you all this wear loincloth from tomorrow, but what I'm trying to say is telling us the importance of non-attachment. Have. I'm not saying you must not have. Have. Because if you don't have, how can we get to do all this work that we are doing? We are doing dialysis work. We are going to adopt a village in India. I'm going to see which village to adopt. Some people say adopt a village in Gujarat. Another person, no, adopt a village in Punjab. Another person, no, we come from Bihar, adopt a village in Bihar. So you know what? I'm going to adopt one in South India. Cover everything. So nobody got to worry. So we are going to adopt a village. And then you, when you do things like this, then you will be like the wanderer who's wandering the thoughts of Vedanta, free from everything. And what a lucky person is. At last sloko, Kaupi Navanta, Kalubhagyavanta, Mulam Taroke Valam, Ashrayanta. It's difficult for me to read this in English. I wish it was in Hindi and Sanskrit. Anyhow, Kaupina Panchakam is one beautiful stotra. And as I am on this stotra business, there is another stotra which is very beautiful. Manisha Panchakam. Have you heard of Manisha Panchakam? Mana means mind. Isha means God. Manisha Panchakam. And that was described by Shankara. One day, Shankara had a dip in the Ganga. Have you heard of Manisha Panchakam, Prabhupada? I thought you were Vedantis. Anyhow, he had a dip in the Ganga. He was coming out and he saw a Chandal. Chandal is a very low caste person. As a matter of fact, they call him dog eater, Chandal. And he saw the Chandal blocked his path. And he says, move from here. Because Shankara, before he became a sannyasi, he was a Brahmin. He was real high-class Kerala Brahmin home. And that thing came into him. When he saw the Chandal with all the dogs with him, he said, move from this path. And then the Chandal said to him, you're asking me to move from this path? You're asking this consciousness to move away from that consciousness? You're asking this person who has this flesh and blood and has no regard for it to move away from this path? Then Shankar remember that then Shankar realized this is not a Chandal, but it is somebody with Brahma Vidya. He bowed to his feet. He revealed himself as a form of Shiva, and he told Shankara, no ahankar. You can get no way with ahankar. Even Shankara, ahankar will not leave him from time to time. He has to be reminded. And from then, he penned the Manisha Panchakam. We must not stick only to what Ramayana tells us and Bhagavad tells us. Let us go into the Vedantic scriptures, and then we can realize and understand the real meaning of Brahman. Atato Brahma Jigyasa. And then you know, that will tell you that first find the origin of Brahma. Kyo Maya me pirata bulane dhamma. Don't video it. मेरो मन भजले रे चरण ब्रह्मानंद भजन बिन हरि के हो ब्रह्मानंद भजन बिन हरि के हो सिर धुने धुने पछताए सिर धुने धुने पछताए मेरो मन भजले चरण मुरारी राम चरण मुरारी मेरो मन भजले चरण मुरारी मेरो मन भजले चरण मुरारी. The first part of the Bhagavad Puran is called the Mahatma. The Mahatma, the first shloka for the Mahatma starts with Satchidananda Rupaya Vishmotpatyadi Hetave Tapatya Vidashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. And that you all know the meaning of that verse. That verse means that, Lord, remove all difficulties. And there are three types of difficulties you can have in this world. One is caused by natural disasters, earthquakes, hurricane, forest fire, etc., etc. Second is caused by someone inflicting injury upon you. And third one, caused by disease entity within you. Whatever disease you have, hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, whatever, this can cause you to have problems. You're asking Prabhu in this katha today, Satchidananda Rupaya Vishvotpatya Nihetave Tapatya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. And then the Mahatma continues to talk about bhakti and gyan. You remember Gyan and Vairag were the two sons of Bhakti. They were very old and Bhakti came. Narad saw Bhakti to ask Bhakti, how come, who are these two old men? He said, these are my sons. One is Gyan and one is Vairagya. Gyan means talking about Vedanta like what we're talking about here today. And Vairagya means unattached, but Bhakti was ever fresh. Because everybody likes devotion. Everybody likes to sing. Binu satasanga vivekana hoy Rama kripa binu sulabana soy.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. I need a light to read. Okay. So this first shloka, so he told them during Bhagavad Katha that they had a story of Dhundukari, you all know all about that. So no point we waste time talking about that again. First shloka of Srimad Bhagavad Puran, first skanda. This Bhagavad Katha, this Bhagavad Puran, who was taught this Bhagavad Puran first? Hindu? Who was this Bhagavad Puran told to first? Yeah. Told to Brahma. And then Brahma told the Katha to Narad. And then Narad told it to 4 mind-born sons of Brahma. And then they told that story to Vyasa. And then Vyasa told it to Shuka. And then Shuka told it to Raja Parikshit. So the first shloka, which is so important. Janmad yasya yato yaditaratas chartesha vidya swarat tere brahma hridaya adi kavaye muhyanto yat suraya tejo vari mridang yatha binimayo Yattat sargo mrisha dhamna swena sada nirastakahukam satyam parao devahe satyam parao devahe janmad yasya yato navayadirtaratas. Here the first Mangalacharan by Vyasa is saying, Janma, Prabhu, you have given me this birth. This birth, I don't know how I came, but I got this birth. What should I do with this birth? He said, you must take this birth and you must try to find out who you are, why you are here. What's your purpose in life? Is it just to born, procreate, and then die? Or there is something else that you should do? He says, Muhyanti yat suraya. Suraya, like Lord's sun, who comes and shine, you must love everyone. When you take this birth, you must love everyone, just like how the sun shines in the ocean, beautiful. The same sunlight can shine in a dirty pond, but the sun does not lose its luster, is it? If the sun shines its rays in a dirty pond, you don't see it very well, but the sun does not lose its luster. It does not lose its shininess. It is just the same. But Janmadhyasya, when he said these words are the exact words that Vyasa says in the Brahma Sutra, and the second aphorism of the Brahma Sutra is Janmadhyasya yataha. If you look up the Brahma Sutra tonight when you go, you will see the second shloka is Janmadhyasya yataha. That Brahman is the omniscient and the all-powerful one, which is responsible for the sustenance, for the creation, the sustenance, and the dissolution of the world. To that Brahman, Vyasa wrote the Brahma Sutra. Vyasa wrote the Srimad Bhagavad Puran. And he is using the aphorism of the Brahma Sutra in the Bhagavad Puran. And that is the reason why Bhagavad Puran is known as a Pancham what? Panchama Veda. That is why it's called the fifth Veda. Because the aphorism, all the words that come from the Brahma Sutra, from the Upanishad, it's all put in the Srimad Bhagavad Puran. And when it says, Tejo vari midang yatha binimayo yanti sargo mrisha dhamna swena sada nirastara kohakao satyam param devahe. It's important to understand. Here Bhagwan is saying, Satyam param dhimahi. He did not say Krishnam param dhimahi. He did not say Shivam param dhimahi. He did not say Durgam param dhimahi. What did he say? Satyam param dhimahi. To let us know Hinduism, the God of Hinduism is Satyam. The theme of this Katha will be Satyam param dhimahi. The God of Hinduism is Satyam. Because if you are truth, as the night follows the day, and vice versa, you are true to everything. You need not do any puja anymore. Take it from me. You need not do any puja anymore. If you are a true being, you are one with God. There's no one can remove that from you. You are one with God. And that Satyam for us to keep it, for us to have it, for us to nurture it, it's not easy, it's difficult. Satyam. And that is why when the Devas, in the Dashamaskand, when the Devas went to Bhagwan Krishna, they asked him, why aren't you coming? So, when Dashrath, this Satyam Param Dhimahi, when Dashrath was not getting any children, you remember? He knew Dashrath was Manu in his previous birth. Manu and Satrupa, you all know that, right? And they prayed for the Lord to come into their home. But no children were coming. So then, Dashrath decided to go to his guru's home. Now look at this. Dashrath did not take Kaushalya with him, or Sumitra, or Kaikai. He went alone because he knew if you are not getting children, you're married and you're not getting children, we all know that. First place to go to is where? First place to go to is the doctor, to find out kuch bigar gaya ki, I said you're wrong, why I'm not getting children. And by the way, when women don't get children in this world, all people blame the women. You know that? 95% of the time is the men's fault. 95. 95% is always the men's fault. Why the lady can't conceive. But as soon as a woman can't get a child, what the mother-in-law says? Get another lady. This lady is no good. Is that true? So first thing you go to the doctor. But what did Dashrath do? Dashrath decided he must go to his guru. Because he knows when he go, this is a spiritual matter. Because he knows he was promised. Guru Griha Gaye Turata Mahipala Charana Lage Karo Binaya Vishala Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Dashrath went to Vashisht. And Vashisht said, don't worry. In your house, not only one son will be born, 4 sons will be born. It's a spiritual matter. There's a difference between a spiritual matter and a medical matter. And so he went there and he was told, Satyam Param Dhimahi, O king, your name is Dashrath, and you will be the conqueror of this world. You do not have to worry until you be born 4 sons. So I would like to stress again that when people tell us that we have so many gods, 33 crore lords we have, because Max Muller called every devata a god. That is a problem that he has, and we are left with it. But the Bhagavad Puran says, Satyam Param Dhimahi, the God of the Hindus is Satyam. It doesn't say Satyam Ramam, Satyam Krishnam, Satyam Durgam. No. Satyam Param Dhimahi. So the Lord is telling us that if you're truthful to me, Kaupinavantam Kalubhagyavantam. I'll make you, although you have a Mercedes, although you have a beautiful home, although you have so much money in the bank, I'll make you feel unattached to all these things. They are irrelevant to me. This is how. It's not saying that Hindus believe in Lakshmi. They worship Lakshmi. Christianity says it's easier for a poor, is it a rich man to go through an elephant's eye? A rich man. Our scripture says, make money by good means. Make money by fair means. Don't hurt anyone. Don't rob anyone. Make money by fair means. Spend your money on good things. But always remember, you are only a custodian. You are only a custodian. Make it and spend it. Keep a little bit to buy a new Tesla next year, what the case may be, or whatever, Ferrari. But spend a little bit. But remember, you are only a custodian. But when we react with the world outside, we develop these vasanas and we feel that this is mine. Kardo, kardo, ha! Kardo, kardo, beda pal.
Radhe alveli sarkar, kardo kardo mera paal. Radhe alveli sarkar,
Radhe alveli sarkar.
Radhe alveli sarkar,
Kardo, kardo, ha!
kardo kardo mera paal. Radhe
What page is it?
alveli sarkar.
What page?
58.
Page 58 on your book. Kardo, kardo, bera pal. Radha alveli sarkar.
Kardo kardo mera paal. Radhe alveli sarkar,
Radhe alveli sarkar.
Radhe alveli sarkar,
Radhe alveli sarkar.
Radhe alveli sarkar.
Kardo, kardo, ha!
Kardo kardo mera paal. Radhe alveli sarkar.
बार बार श्री राधे हमको वृंदावन में बुलाना.
बार बार श्री राधा हमको वृंदावन में बुलाना.
आप भी दर्शन देना बिहारी जैसे भी
ओ
मिलवाना.
आप भी दर्शन देना बिहारी जी से भी दिलवाना.
यही है विनती, यही नहीं
बारंबार राधे अलबेली सरकार. ये है विनती बारंबार राधे अलबेली सरकार.
कर दो, हा! कर दो
मेरा पार राधे अलबेली सरकार. कर दो मेरा पार राधे अलबेली
तेरे कृपा से राधे राधे बनते हैं सब काम. छोड़ के सारी दुनियादारी आ गए के धाम. सुन लो मेरे कर्ण पुकार राधे अलबेली सरकार. राधे अलबेली सरकार. कर दो, कर दो
मेरा पार राधे अलबेली सरकार. कर दो मेरा पार राधे अलबेली सरकार.
तेरी कृपा बिन श्री राधे कोई तेरे हो
होवे जय जयकार राधे अलबेली सरकार तेरे होवे जय जयकार राधे अलबेली सरकार
राधे अलबेली सरकार
राधे अलबेली सरकार
कर दो
बेड़ा पार राधे अलबेली सरकार कर दो बेड़ा पार राधे अलबेली सरकार
कर दो बेड़ा पार राधे अलबेली सरकार
कर दो बेड़ा पार राधे अलबेली सरकार
श्री राधे गोविंद भजो मन श्री राधे राधे
श्री राधे गोविंद भज मन श्री राधे
श्री राधे जय जय राधे
ओ राधे श्री राधे जय जय राधे
बोलो श्री राधे गोविंद भजो मन श्री राधे
ओ राधे श्री राधे गोविंद भज मन श्री राधे
वृंदावन में
राधे राधे
वृंदावन में
राधे राधे
नंदगांव में
राधे राधे
नंदगांव में
राधे राधे
बरसाने में
राधे राधे
बरसाने में
राधे राधे
बरसाने में
राधे राधे
भागु कथा में
राधे राधे
भागु कथा में
राधे राधे
भागु कथा में
राधे राधे
राधे राधे
राधे राधे राधे राधे राधे राधे राधे राधे राधे राधे राधे
जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे जय जय श्री राधे वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की सद्गुरु देव की ओम नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव
प्रेम से बोलो व्यास जी महाराज की जय. For you to get this Athato Brahma Jignasa, you need, as Baba said, you have to go to a spiritual master. So we're here and we're getting it, and that's why we choose the Bhagavad theme, the Chaupai part of it. Guru bin abhav nij tere na koi, jo biranch sankar samahu. So I do hope you'll make use of this opportunity and listen to the Bhagavad Katha coming in a different package for this year. Tomorrow we will start our puja at about 8:45. That's okay, Baba? And then we'll have Katha, followed by Havan about 10:30. We'll have Havan, Rudra Havan, then will be followed by Bhojan. Remember, this is Shravan Mahina, and it is a very good time to come and pray to.
Put the mic away from you a little bit here.
It is a very good time to come and do puja to Bhagwan Shiva. It will be the third Somvar on tomorrow. It's a holiday, and if you can come out, join us for this wonderful annual retreat that we have here. I'd like to thank Kudas. He has worked extremely hard to get his job done. He worked with a hand which was wrapped with bandage. Nevertheless, he was able to get us on the line tonight, and those of you who are enjoying it, please continue to listen to this Bhagavad Katha, which is called Amrit for all of us. Tonight's Prashad is sponsored by Ramnath and Baby, Savi, and there was a few devotees with them. They do it every first night of the Katha. Please take your package as you leave and come back tomorrow morning for this Amrit that is flowing here. We are going to do Aarti, and I'll ask you to stand.
As per the Boj mentioned, it is Somvar, Shravan Somvar. It is the third one, right? And we should really take advantage of tomorrow's Rudra Havan. Believe me, has so much Shakti in it. When the Rudram is chanted, when these Vedic chants are done, you can look this up in Google, you can Google it. There is a part of your brain called the hippocampus. Like hippopotamus, hippocampus. That hippocampus is responsible for memory and good thinking. That is developed much more in the Vedic scholars that chant, that do this chanting. It's developed much more in them. This research, together with MRI studies of people who chant and people who don't chant, they did a research at Harvard University to show this. What I'm telling you, you can take it to wherever you want. You Google it, just put Vedantic chanting and brain. If you don't remember hippocampus, it's part of the midbrain, part of the reptilian brain. That is very important. We must recognize the presence of Dwarka, who is here from Radha Krishna Mandir. Dwarka, please come. He is building a temple in Cambridge, and of course, we'd like to thank the Prasharji again. And I see Chitram is here now with us. Chitram, I just saw Chitram is outside. Chitram? Where are you? There he is. He worked extremely hard for the garden outside. Radhika, is your garden lit up? Radhika, is the garden, lights on in the garden? I don't see any lights.
Solar.
Oh, there. I didn't see the long lights that what you had last night. What happened to that? What?
Solar light.
Oh, that dark. Okay. You can see the lights over there, and you can see the lights in the Brindaban gardens over here, which is beautiful done with my sister-in-law and her crew did a beautiful job with the Brindaban gardens here. So much effort, and this is what is called yagya. When a corporate effort is done, it's called yagya.
As we are about to conclude.
Oh, I must thank Kodas. I forgot he's the main man. Without him, there's no streaming. So I must thank Kodas. Kodas, thank you very much, sir, for all the effort. Himself and Rajiv, they put a lot of effort to get this going. So those of you who are at home, if you want this to continue, you know what you have to do. I don't have to tell you.
As we conclude, in our prayers, we ask that Rita, who is on her dying bed, may God help her throughout, whether here or hereafter, and her children. Rita, as you know, and Kumar, they are members of our temple, active they were for the past years. And Baba has been very involved in this whole matter. We did prayers. Tomorrow I'll have to go there to do some prayers. So we ask that God will grant His divine grace the best way it can. It's nice to see in Dubai again. After 3 years in Dubai, helps us very much. And we are happy to have you. We have all our musicians tonight, but a special applaud for Tamesh. He has played so well. And we hope that he will come. And his mother is also here. We pray God keep her well. This is all for now.
Yeah.
And Kushal. Avinash is reminding me like how I remind Baba. It's early yet, but Kushal has done a wonderful job. Let's thank him very much. So we do our tea now. said she was the biggest help in digging. I saw her under the tent. I saw her by the tree, so I was not too sure how much she did outside. But thanks to you for being such a support to Radhika. There's one other announcement. We need some help to get a few pieces of carpet out of the bond there. And if some young, strong men can help us, be good. We conclude with prayer. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hare Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Prem se bolo Kanhaiya Lal ki Jai. Satya Sanatana Vedic Dharma ki Jai. Sab Santan ki Jai Jai Sitaram. Please take your arti. Prasad is served inside, but you can come to Baba for prasad here. And we see you tomorrow. Those who can help, you can contact Chacha Dwarka there to get the carpet out.